We're going to start the show off today with a simple truth. A community can only be healthy if all of its members are healthy. And this is especially true of our hardworking first responders that are always there when we need them to be. Here to reintroduce us to the Greater Tucson Fire Foundation is retired Tucson Fire Department Assistant Chief and Foundation Chair Mike McKendrick. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Alex, thanks for having us back.
It's a pleasure, and like I sort of alluded to in my intro, you have a very special mission. And can you tell us what it is?
Well, really it's to assess and respond to the needs of the Greater Tucson firefighting community, and it's specific in the area of health and wellness, and those areas that really we say are the three main killers of firefighters. It's cardiac, cancer, and mental health. Cardiac is still the #1 killer, and it's an immediate killer of firefighters. This is for on duty. Cancer's quickly overtaking cardiac as the #1, but it's slower. It's not an immediate. And then mental health, sadly, more firefighters will take their own lives this year than will die fighting fire. So that's a statement that we're doing a better job of taking care of our firefighters, that they're not dying in the line of duty at fires, but it's also a statement that mental health is a tremendous issue that we have to address.
Well, I agree with you, and that can be said really, I think, across the board in America, as mental health isn't taken care of as well as it should be, and especially for these folks that have undergone traumas and have undergone all these tough situations, you know, they especially need this help. Now, give us a little bit of the history of the foundation. How was it created?
Well, the foundation was founded by firefighters for firefighters with the support of the business and philanthropic community. Our board is made up of firefighters, retired firefighters, and folks in the professional. We have engineers and lawyers. We have doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, and then just folks from the philanthropic community that believe in the mission of the foundation and taking care of those who take care of us.
Yeah. And you know, one of those things you talked about was cancer, and skin cancer, we had a doctor on just the other day who was saying is increasing so much. And how is the National Fire Foundation, or the Fire Foundation, giving back to firefighters in terms of this cancer?
Well, May was, because May is almost over, National Skin Cancer Prevention Month. The firefighters are 3 times more likely to get skin cancer than the general population. In Tucson, southern Arizona, where we serve, the Fire Foundation serves over 1,850 firefighters, we've been recording 2 melanomas. Those are the skin cancers that end up killing people. 2 melanomas a year. An epidemiologist would just scream at that number. I mean, 2 doesn't sound like many, but 2 out of 1,850. Yeah. Southern Arizona is the skin cancer capital of the U.S. Worldwide, we're #2. That's behind Australia. Up on the screen, we've got the Dermaspectra technology, the piece of equipment that the foundation purchased. We had an opportunity to get it. It's from the Tucson area. It was beta tested at the University of Arizona in 2013. These are places like the Mayo Clinic, Cedars-Sinai. So we're very fortunate to have it for our firefighters. We still have to raise some funds to pay for it, but we still have to have it.
Well, certainly having state-of-the-art technology to help with these types of things is really going to go a long way. So would you say this is really part of a long-range, long-term plan for the Fire Foundation?
The skin cancer detection, absolutely not. We had the opportunity came up. It wasn't in our budget planning. It wasn't in our strategic plan, but the opportunity came up. We were able to procure it. Now we have to pay for it.
Right, and people can help you and they can support you with that. And there's actually a lot of ways that people in the community can get involved. Besides donations, they can actually learn, for example, some of the history of the fire department, right?
Exactly. The TucsonFireFoundation.org, there's an archive page there with 300 searchable documents. You can also go to the city's fire main station, Fire Central. It's set up such as a museum. They're open 8 to 5. You can see the history there. And again, if you go to the Fire Foundation website, there's opportunity to donate, but we also have other opportunities for the community to get involved and give to help take care of those who take care of us.
Right, and before we started the show, you were actually telling me about something that you did this weekend. For example, you moved the contents of an entire house with the Fire Foundation. Can you tell us about that and how people can give back to that cause?
Exactly. In addition to donating funds to support the cause, we have a group of very talented, hardworking volunteers, because the foundation is all volunteer, that can help with resale and even estate sale for families that want to liquidate their their family's assets. This last weekend on Sunday, we moved the contents of an entire house from one place, from a family that had donated it, to another house where the family is allowing us to use that as an estate sale type location. So we were able to move 3 houses into one house. So the community can be involved, not just financially, but attend our fundraising events as well as make donations of fine furniture and other hard goods.
Well, certainly. I think if everyone comes together and they go through the conduit of the Greater Tucson Fire Foundation, it's really going to make a huge difference going forward for everybody who needs it. So the donations of not only money, but the items and, of course, the volunteering and being able to learn some of the history, too, will give them a lot of context. So, Mike, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, the Greater Tucson Fire Foundation was created by firefighters for firefighters, as Mike was saying, and would welcome your support. To learn more, visit TucsonFireFoundation.org or call 603-3055.